Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Waffle with Luke and Memphis. In today's episode is our Backlash review. We did the predictions. I think we were both 4 out of 5, wasn't we?
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah,
we both
because
had Becky, didn't we?
yeah, we both had Becky and Lyra ended up winning, but we'll get to that in due time. Um, First up, your overall thoughts on the show.
It was crap.
I thought it
I
was.
thought
Go on.
I thought to in more detail, but I thought the main event was decent. Rest of the show was felt a bit like a Raw,
I could
other than
see
the
it.
Fatal Four Way. Other than the
Yeah,
Fatal Four Way.
yeah. I thought the four-way was good. I thought the main event was decent. It was definitely better than Cena and Cody. But it was okay. I say in parts it was better than Mania, but yeah, it's just not hitting how it should be in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
With obviously with how stacked the roster is and stuff, it
You shouldn't have a
shouldn't.
commentator in a match.
Yeah, yeah, and all this talent that you've got, and you've got a commentator in a match, but
Yeah,
we'll get to that. But it just sounds like we're being really negative, don't we? There are a few
yeah.
positives. There are a few positives. We'll start off with the one positive, and that was the four-way, which I thought was really good. I really enjoyed
I
it.
I liked 98% of that.
Can I guess the 2%?
Go on.
The finish.
Yeah, why does Jacob Fatu need help?
Yeah.
Why does Jacob Fatu need help? I'm sorry.
It's to further the story, Memphis. That's what it's doing.
All right. He doesn't need help though, does he?
But no, he doesn't. But I think it'll be.
He's Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
He's Solo's enforcer. Is that what was it? That's the word, isn't it?
He's supposed to be, but I don't think he is now.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why Jeff
Yeah.
Cobb's come
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
So I think, yeah, when that eventual match happens, whether it happens at SummerSlam or whatnot, I think we'll be seeing Solo Sikoa as United States champion in the near future. So
That's just gonna look goofy.
yeah, it might. Yeah,
But it's what it is, I guess.
yeah. I mean, it's just it's another member added to the bloodline. I don't think Jeff Cobb's even in the bloodline, to be honest. I know he's
No, he's
from.
not.
No,
He's not. He's just from the Philippines.
yeah,
Philippines? Yeah, I think it was the Philippines. I did look it up last night.
like
I'd spent a
Hawaii or
good
something.
10 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
thought it was, but
he has no link to the Anawais or whatever. Is that how you say it? You know
yeah,
what I'm trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah, I know why he's. But yeah, I mean, Jeff Cobb can be good. I think if he's used right, hopefully.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
but
one thing I will say is obviously I'm going back to the releases here, but the reason why some people got released was due to their age. Dakota Kai is what, 37, 38? Jeff Cobb's 42, so how does that really make any sense? But you know,
yeah,
it's what it
it's
is.
it's just one of those, isn't it? At the end of the day, they wanted a reason, and they've given a
Yeah,
reason, and the reason just doesn't add up.
nah.
But
But we'll get back to the positive. The four-way, it was good. I liked the
yeah,
match.
no,
I
no, it was
thought it was
very
good.
good. Yeah,
Um, as I think we said it on our predictions, I would have liked this. I liked the match, but I would have preferred it if it was a couple matches into Jacob's reign, just because I thought
yeah,
it wouldn't be as predictable then.
hmm
Because if you had that four-way like on Jacob's like fourth or fifth defense, you could be like, oh, we could
you
be
could lose
seeing,
it. You
yeah, we
could
could be
lose it.
seeing
Yeah,
Damian, Drew, or LA as US champ, either
yeah.
again or for the first time.
I thought at one point there though that um, it was gonna be Drew after that Claymore.
To who? LA Knight or
Was it Damien? The one to Damien, I was like, oh okay, and then you saw Damien stumble off. Was it Damien? Who was on their knees and he could Claymore them?
um,
And
I've
then they
forgotten now.
rolled it. It was Damien, and then Damien like scrambled over and fell on LA Knight, didn't he?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I remember
I
it. I
thought
remember
they
the
were
camera angle.
Yeah, all hitting each other with their finishes, and I was like, "Hang on, Drew's last here. Drew's just
Yeah.
gonna hit him and then pin him, and then one, two, three." But no,
But speaking of Drew as well, that bump was absolutely nasty.
yeah, yeah, I didn't look great, did it?
It did not. Apparently he's okay, but I was like, oh my,
Yeah,
like, the south of heaven. I don't think he didn't miss the table. I think his head missed it. So
yeah,
he
yeah,
whacked his head off the concrete, which is awful.
yeah. It didn't look great,
But
but
I hope he's all right, obviously, and I hope he wins the world title in tomorrow. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good high. It was one of the good highlights for the show.
yeah, for sure,
The
for
the
sure.
finish was a bit meh, but what can you do? It's a Triple H show. Everything's gonna have interference in it. Um,
It's a really good point. Looking at everything else.
yeah, one match out of the five did not have interference. What a shock! I wonder what program that's off. Definitely not AEW, is it? No, WWE.
We're not getting into this now, Luke.
No, we're not getting into it.
We're not getting into this now.
That
We could have
that's
a.
for a future rant. If we get to SummerSlam and all the shows have been crap, we're going on a rant.
It's not. It's not even that. You're just. We can just go. All right. Welcome back. This is Luke's run, and just let you go, and we'll have an hour long episode sorted.
Might be longer than an
That's
hour.
all we need.
Maybe one day.
But
But we'll
yeah, no,
move.
I can see what you. I do see what you're saying there. I do
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
It just gets too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's no need for it. Especially in
No, no.
it's a fatal four way. There's no need for an interference in a fatal
No.
four way.
Yeah. Yeah.
God. Anyway, we'll move on to the match that had no interference in it, and it is what some people's match of the night actually is, and that
It's my
is,
match of the night.
I think it might be mine as well because it was really good. I did enjoy it. Lyra Valkyria retaining her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. Another highlight for the show. I really liked it.
Yeah. I
Um,
thought an actual good wrestling match.
yeah, it was. It really was.
Yeah. Fair
And
play to them. They did well.
I think Lyra. I'm happy Lyra won to be honest as
Yeah,
well now
me
because
too.
it solidifies her now fully, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it does. It does definitely, and I think it gives the IC title a bit more of a what's the word?
Prestige.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, right, Becky's gone for it and didn't win it, so this is
Yeah.
sort of matters now. I mean,
I mean, a few people complained about the finish, but I didn't think Lyra was gonna. If Lyra was gonna win, she wasn't gonna beat her like clean as a whistle, whatever.
yeah,
It was always gonna be like some kind of roll up or something, and that's exactly what it
yeah,
was. But
yeah,
I'm happy she won it. It was good match as well.
yeah. No,
But
I agree.
who do you think now is gonna beat Lyra? Obviously, Becky could still. It doesn't look like it's over between Becky and Lyra at all
No,
due to what happened afterwards.
um,
But I
I
think it's out
don't
of two
think
people.
Becky. I might go Becky at SummerSlam
Yeah, I think it's either Becky
if
or
it lasts
Bailey.
that long. Yeah,
I think it's Becky or Bailey. Um,
I could see Becky beating Lyra and then Bailey beating Becky.
yeah, yeah, that could
But
probably make more sense. Yeah,
but I guess we'll see.
yeah, but yeah, it was good. Um, should we move on
Yeah, I've
to the Intercontinental Championship match? Dominic Mysterio, beating Penta to retain his title. I'm saying that a lot, retain, aren't I?
it's a theme, isn't it?
It is a theme. It is a theme. But anyway. I thought it was a good match. I liked it, other than the interference. But what can you do, eh?
Here we go. It's a Triple H show. Of course, there's going to be interference. But yeah, no, I agree. It was all right.
Yeah,
Nothing
it wasn't
really.
too bad. There was some really good spots.
I didn't hate the finish either. To be fair,
Nah, I didn't mind it.
I think it wouldn't be as
Um,
bad if there wasn't so many other interferences.
yeah, there was like six. How many people? There was like four people around the ring at
Yeah.
one point, including El Grande, including Chad Gable. But
No. It wasn't Chad Gable. It was
Oh,
El Grande
sorry, El
Americano.
Grande Americano. But there's so many people. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
But
it was when
yeah,
you had Finn, JD, and Carlito.
yeah.
Oh, and I was like, okay, where have they all come from? Just like Carlito sort of strolled out. Like he didn't seem that bothered.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't even bothered.
It wasn't like there was any speed to it. He's just sort of jogged.
He done a Travis Scott. That's what he's
Yeah,
done.
it's almost
He's
like,
took some
oh,
inspiration.
he's like, oh well, I'm getting paid.
He can do
I'll take
it.
my
Why can't he?
time. I don't get paid by the hour.
Yeah,
But
as I said, the spots. I thought there was some good ones. The Dom with the suicide dive into the DDT to Penta on the outside was really good.
yeah, that was cool.
Also Penta doing the Canadian destroyer. It's not the
That
Canadian, the Mexican
the
destroyer or
Mexican
whatever.
destroyer,
Yeah,
come on.
sorry. To on the ring apron was really good as well.
Yeah,
I think Dom's improved massively. I really do over these
yeah,
past
no,
couple of years.
definitely, definitely.
He's really good at the minute.
You haven't really like seen it though, have you? Until now,
Yeah,
because obviously he's not really been in many matches other than like tag matches and stuff.
yeah, he hasn't really had that opportunity to shine. Whereas
Yeah,
now, I
on his
think him
own.
being champion on his own, I think it'll
Hmm.
be perfect.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But yeah,
I agree. Yeah, I think I do like Dom as champ. It's growing on me. I didn't like him with the belt at first.
what?
I just didn't like him really with the belt. I didn't think like I liked him having like winning the IC title, but I didn't like the look.
You didn't
Do you get
think
what
the
I
belt
mean?
suited him? Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
say?
that's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I put it that way, but
Do you
yeah,
know what I think it is? It's because
go on.
Bron Breakker made that belt look tiny because of how big he is.
Yeah, true.
And obviously Gunther had it, and then he's massive, so he makes the belt look tiny. And now Dom's got it, and obviously he's a lot smaller than them two,
Yeah. To
so
be
he
fair,
makes it look
the
huge.
last couple champions have made it look like the old AEW women's title.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's fair. No, maybe that's why. But yeah, no, there we go.
But yeah,
I
we'll
thought it was
move
really
on.
quick
Oh
though.
God,
I did think it was quick. Sorry. No,
what the match?
whilst we were talking, it I looked at the time and everything else 17 minutes for the fatal four way, 20 minutes, 18 for Lyra Becky, 14 for didn't go for and Pat, and then half an hour for the main event. This was only 10 minutes.
Hmm.
So I was just like, it felt a bit, I did feel quick. And I was like, well,
If
it was
anything,
quick. That's why.
yeah, it did. I think if anything, this should have got the 13 minutes that was in the Gunther and Pat McAfee match, um, which went 14 minutes too long, as you've just said. Honestly, I'll let you start. Go on.
It's just goofy and there's no need for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need for everything with Pat McAfee and Gunther. There was no need for that anyway. There was no need for Michael Cole to get involved. There was no need for it to be like the match it was where you think Pat McAfee's got a chance. Gunther looks like a right idiot, I think.
You can't see me, but I'm just nodding my head because
Yeah,
I'm just
I
agreeing
think
with absolutely everything you're saying.
it's like, come on.
We're talking
Gunther
about
is
Gunther.
this is Gunther here. Come on.
I just, I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was
And they've
rubbish.
tried to make him look strong with the finish, which obviously he's going to look strong when it's a submission like that. But the whole match doesn't show that finish.
Yeah. It was kind
But
of like, oh, can Pat recover? Can Pat do this? Can Pat do
yeah,
that? And then he gets a little bit of offense in, and it's like, oh my, yes, go on, go on. Just like, no, no.
yeah, I think
Gunther just should have just squashed him in like 30
exactly,
seconds, and that's all it
exactly.
should have been. There's no reason for, a commentator to have a nearly 15-minute match with Gunther. I mean, to be fair, a lot of it was just Gunther just walking around him, just smiling. So that probably took up about 10 minutes. But
Yeah, but like the amount of people they've got in that company to give that spot to a commentator. Yes, I wouldn't say Pat McAfee's bad in the ring, but like, come on, you've been releasing people and you've used a commentator in a match, which sort of doesn't like. I don't think that's it. Right, sits right with me.
Yeah, and well, you've got like Chad Gable there as well, man, who's just not being used at the minute
Yeah,
at all. I don't know where
no,
he's been, but
me neither actually. But they've brought this El Grande Americano fella in, and like Chad Gable's never been anywhere, have they? So I don't know. I don't know.
but all jokes aside, I know it's just filler for Gunther, but the thing is, what
You can do more.
he can do so much more. Like
It,
what does he do next? Have a match with Michael Cole,
I'm here for it.
a
If Michael,
2-on-1 handicap match, Gunther versus Pat
God
and
knows,
Michael.
God knows.
Honestly, I think I don't know. I think Gunther just see. Obviously, we'll find out on Raw and stuff where he goes next or whatever. But in my opinion, he just feels pretty directionless right now.
Yeah, I think all you don't need anything big. You could even bring like Kaiser's not doing anything. You could do something with him and Kaiser. I think
You could,
you've never
I
really. I know
yeah,
they've gone their own way, sort of thing. But you could do something with Kaiser. I don't know.
you could. I
There's
really
just
do think. Sorry,
no. Go on. No, I was finished.
I was just gonna say I really do think they're just waiting on Goldberg, in my opinion.
And everybody wants that, don't they?
Yeah, everyone wants it. Yeah, absolutely.
I want Goldberg back.
Yeah, but I just think they're just waiting for that. I think everything he's going to do up until that point is just going to be filler, and then he'll obviously beat Goldberg, and then
Yeah,
well, it's either if him or Braun faces him. I'm guessing it's Gunther by the looks of things, but and then I'm guessing that's when he'll go back after the world title.
hope so.
But should we say our little bit that we said off the podcast about Michael Cole, or
Ah, he's his quality has gone downhill. Commentary quality.
yeah,
It's yeah.
we might get a lot of heat for that. To be
Nah,
honest.
I'll allow it. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. I
I,
don't care. I'll take all the smoke because Michael Cole has been shit,
I, I,
to put it
I don't
frank.
think. Yeah, I really don't. He's a commentator, and I thought he was absolutely terrible yesterday,
Yeah,
especially in the main event. The part I know we'll get to it, but the part where I think Randy RKO'd Cena, and the referee has started. Well, he was just about to start counting, and Michael Cole was going 1, 2, 3, 4, and as the ref's
yeah,
gone to two, he's just said foot. I'm like, what are you doing?
yeah.
Like, I
Like
don't, yeah, I completely
it's
agree with you.
now this. Think about it like this. Say you're blind and you can only hear the commentary to tell what's going on in a match. Yeah. All right. Hear me out here. If you hear a commentator count 1, 2, 3, you pretty much think the match is over.
You probably would, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
But anyway, to move on from that, yeah, I just think Michael Cole has. I think since Pat McAfee's come into the whole commentary thing, I think he's gone downhill. But I think it's actually come to show more
yeah,
recently.
yeah. I think, I think one thing I really look at, and I know a lot of people on Twitter said it as well, was when Jey Uso won the world title at Mania, and he's there like having this massive reaction, like Jay's just conquered this monster, which in hindsight he did, but the crowd didn't react the way that I think everyone thought
Yeah,
they were going to react. And he was there going, rah! And then the crowd was just like, yeah, because they
yeah,
were just so confused on that finish.
yeah,
But
exactly. The
obviously, we've already,
reaction,
yeah,
the reaction they got for Dom was what they wanted for Jay. It's what I've been. That's what I can't stop thinking about. Is how Dom got cheered coming down, then got cheered winning the match. I think is basically swapped with Jay's reaction. Do you get what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But yeah,
And
I get
speaking
what
of
you mean.
Jey Uso, his match at Saturday night main event is official. He's facing Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight title.
Well,
His
wasn't it
first
official for
defense
Backlash?
or second defense. No, it was never official for Backlash.
Was it never? Oh, okay. I thought I
Nope,
saw a
it was
poster.
never official.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people made edits of it, but it was never official.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, that's one thing as well that I am a one more on about. I think the pay-per-view schedule is absolutely shocking
Yeah.
at the minute. Obviously, we've just had WrestleMania.
Which
Then
was a
how long?
7 week build up.
Yeah, a seven.
Seven
It was
week
longer
build
than
up.
that, wasn't it?
It might have been 8. It might have even been 8.
I
Hang
thought
on.
it was double. I thought it was 11.
Really?
I don't think it
Okay,
was
hang on.
11, but
Hang on.
it was
Hang
very
on. I'll have a
very
look.
long,
I'll have a look.
longer than it
Right.
should have been. Well,
Elimination
while you look for
Chamber,
that,
1st of March. Sorry.
while you look for that,
WrestleMania. It might.
because
It was like 9 weeks.
yeah, about 9 weeks. Yeah, way too long. And then you've
Wait.
had Mania, and how many weeks was Backlash after Mania? It was like three. Was it 2 or 3?
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. And then in 2 weeks' time, we've got Saturday night's main event. And then in another 2 weeks' time, we've got Money in the Bank.
It's too often now.
Yeah,
It's
I know
too
Saturday night's
much.
main event isn't a pay-per-view as such, but you still expect like a big match on there,
Yeah.
like your
It's
world
a
title
glorified
matches.
house show.
Pretty
It's
much.
a glorified house show. I'm probably not going to watch it.
No, we'll get to it in the main event, but I'm definitely not watching it.
Well, we don't know about the main event. Is it confirmed? Like what you're about
Well,
to
we don't,
say.
but it's from reports and what it's looking like. I think we know what it is, but we will move on to the main event now, which was John Cena beating Randy Orton to retain the undisputed WWE Championship. I thought the match was decent.
I think it's one of their best matches. I actually really enjoyed the match.
Yeah, I was gonna say I enjoyed it. I think they realised, well, not obviously not realised, they obviously knew, but I think considering they obviously knew that it was probably going to be the last time that them two face each other. I think they had to go
Yeah,
out with a bang. And
and they
I
did, to
think
be
they
fair.
did.
It was a
I
good
think they
match. It was
delivered.
a good match. Yeah,
It was very finisher fest heavy.
yeah, but it's John Cena and Randy Orton. You know, there's a load of RKO's and a load of AO's
Yeah,
coming anyway, don't you?
yeah. But the one thing I will say is John Cena kicked out of 6 RKO's and he didn't kick out of one A-Town Down, whatever Austin Theory's finish is called. So realistically, I think Austin Theory should challenge John Cena next instead of R-Truth. But
We don't. That's not confirmed. It's not
it's
confirmed.
gonna be though, isn't it? It can't.
I
It can't be anything else. It
I
can't
can't
be
believe
anything
I woke
else.
up to seeing John Cena put R-Truth through a table at a press conference.
I know. I was. Do you know another thing? It's the most pantomime stuff I've ever seen. Like, I hated that. I hated it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was so bad. I was like, oh my word.
Hmm. Yeah, it wasn't
But
great, was it?
we can say Randy and Cena was way better than Cena and Cody.
I would say it's way better. I still think the Cena Cody match is good.
It's
It's just
decent.
Travis Scott for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. If Travis Scott doesn't come out and Cena beats him, not clean, but Cena beats him, I think you'll be like, okay, that was decent. But because it's Travis Scott, I think we're all a bit like, right, okay, this ain't right.
It's a star better than that match, in my opinion. One whole star better.
Hmm. Fair enough.
But it does
That's
actually
fair.
get another plus. R Truth does get a plus from me because he actually came to the ring pretty quickly, so I
Yeah.
rate that from him. But it's same thing. Like it's 2025 and R Truth's just interrupted a main event world title match.
It feels like I'm watching SmackDown versus Raw 2011 Universe mode,
Yeah,
and you get a weird cutscene, and you're like, why is Snitsky running down to the ring in the middle
yeah.
of a, you know what I mean? It's like this is a world heavyweight title match between Edge and the Undertaker at WrestleMania. And, you know, Snitsky's cashing in Money in the Bank. But yeah,
Yeah. I think Yeah. But it is looking like it's going to be John Cena versus R-Truth. It is looking like it's going to be that. I don't really like it, but we're just going to have to deal with it. I think
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't
one
hate
of
it.
them.
I only don't hate it because if you watch the "What if John Cena wins the title at Mania" video we did, I had John Cena versus R Truth in a match, so
You did.
it's just a happy prediction.
Yeah. I was going to say something then. But the only thing I can think that will warrant this match happening is I think that's where Cody might return.
Fair.
So I think that's the only reason. Like Cena will just beat down R-Truth, basically squash him, and then that's when Cody comes back,
Yeah.
basically
No, I can
save
see
the
that.
day.
Yeah, I
But
can see that.
there are shades of Cena turning face again, isn't there?
Yeah, you could see it in the what's it called?
It, it was the start of
The
the press conference, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was it. That was it.
Yeah. So the thank you Cena, he looked a little bit emotional. So I think he'll turn face when Cody beats him. I
Hmm.
think that's when he's that. I think that's
And
when he'll do the
and
face
then
turn.
he beats Dom and becomes a Grand Slam champion.
Maybe,
I'm
maybe.
fully here for it. I'm fully here for it because then he's half the Miz because the
He's
Miz is a
half.
two-time Grand Slam champion.
All right, we'll stop. We'll stop there then. I was wait. Every podcast I just wait for you to mention him. We're
It's been
doing
a
our.
while. It's been a while.
It has to. You didn't mention him in a couple. To be fair,
I couldn't mention him in the releases, could I?
no, not really, because he never got released.
Exactly.
But actually, the Miz was at Backlash. He was in some stupid commercial.
He was, and they had the red 24/7 title, didn't
Yeah, the red
they?
24. I was like, what on earth?
Oh well.
But yeah, we are going to end it there. We'll obviously we went 4 for 5 on our predictions. So
Yeah. Should we get an update on the overall? Because I think I got it wrong on the last episode.
okay. But in the meantime, what was your match of the night and your
Oh,
overall score of the show?
I'm gonna go Lyra and Becky for match of the night because it was the one and only actual wrestling match where
Yeah,
there was no like shenanigans of some sort until after anyway.
yeah,
And then out of 10, 5, maybe 6.
yeah. I think I've got to agree. I'm going to go Becky Laura. I think there's a strong case for the 4-way.
Yeah,
I
no,
think I think I
definitely.
think it's either one of them two, if I'm honest. Obviously
I
Cena
think
and
I
Randy
think
is a
Cena
lot of
Orton as
people's.
well,
Yeah.
but I just think there was too much going on with like the refs and stuff with that.
Oh,
I
it
didn't
was
like
way
that.
too much.
The
That's
ref
why I didn't
was,
like it as
yeah,
much.
the ref was the
Too
one
many
where
ref bumps.
Cena pushes Orton and Orton then has to jump like a meter or so to actually get to the ref.
Yeah, he just runs halfway across the ring to
Exactly.
knock the ref over. I was like, okay, what am I watching?
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lyra Becky as well. I think there's obviously strong case for the 4-way and the main event. I just think the main event was just a little bit too overbooked, in my opinion,
that's fair.
with all the bumps and everything. But yeah, and I think for the show grade as well, I'll give it a 5 or a 6. I'm just gonna give it a 5 just so it's a number. But yeah,
Yeah, no fair. I'll go 5.5 then because I was going to go 5 and 6, so I'll put it in the middle and go
all
five
right,
and a half.
that's fair enough.
I'll go 5.5. So
But
yeah,
we are gonna leave it there. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, follow the TikTok as well. And obviously Instagram, but don't really post on Instagram too much anymore. But yeah, and we'll see you in the next one, which I think might be, well, I don't know what it'll be, so stay tuned. So yeah, see you in the next one.